Okay, another Republican candidate has dropped out of the race, admitted defeat. We'll go into that in a second, but this is going to be about who is not going to be VP. These three candidates are not going to be VP for a number of reasons. We'll get into it. Let's read the articles here. I'm Doug in Exile. This is where all the happy people are. So welcome. I hope you'll join us. I hope you'll join our community by showing up in the comments below and just say hi. But thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Here's Kansas political scientist says GOP rivals struggling to attract Trump's super fans in Iowa. So this is, remember, Trump was supposed to have a really tough time in Iowa because they're so conservative, hyper-conservative, hyper-evangelical, and Trump is known to have bad words and to be more coarse and rude. It's not working. Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis can't get traction in Iowa, is what this whole story is about. Clock winding down in Iowa on opportunity for Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley to close gap on former president. They've never gotten close to him. This has always been a fool's errand. And now they're looking like bigger losers. The biggest losers in this whole thing is Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis. They were probably had the best shot at being Trump's vice president. And now they've been shown to be colossal, unappealing losers. I don't think either of them has a chance to be his vice president. And he sees their running against him as being completely disloyal. So you can discount every candidate who has run against him so far, discount them as his vice president pick, just because he said the number one thing he's looking for is loyalty. They're all gone. Now, I really like Ron DeSantis. Don't get me wrong. I do not like Nikki Haley. I like Ron DeSantis. He is a great conservative. I would have easily voted for him, but he did not have the fight in him to take on Trump, so I got nothing for him. He has to bow out. He should get out before he completely embarrasses himself and wastes even more money. Topeka Republican presidential candidates Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis keep plugging away in Iowa, despite modest polling numbers insufficient to match former President Donald Trump. Not even close, guys. 538's average of polling in Iowa indicates he might be right, given his sway. Over 44% is Trump, 44.7% of respondents. DeSantis appeared stalled at 17%. Again, he's never gotten over that far over 20. And Nikki Haley surged in November to 15.3. That's the big whopping number she gets is 15 to Trump's 44. That's not even close. So Trump is campaigning as if he has no opponents, really, said Bob Beatty, a professor of political science at Washburn University in Topeka, Kansas. Quote, he has a devoted following. They're still treating him like an incumbent president. Maybe you can tell me why people keep treating him like the incumbent president. And then here's a different article on Doug Bergam announces he's suspending his 2024 presidential campaign. I know you're probably thinking the same thing I am. Who's Doug Bergam? Well, he was running for president. He was that seventh guy on the stage or whatever, and he's a rich billionaire. I think he is completely disqualified. He should stay out of politics. By the way, a lot of these guys are kind of pro-choicers, so I'm happy to see guys like him go. People like Nikki Haley got to go. I'm kind of bummed that Ron DeSantis didn't get more traction. Here's on Doug Bergam. North Dakota Governor Doug Bergam announced Monday he's suspending his long shot campaign for president after failing to gain traction among voters and appearing unlikely to qualify for the fourth GOP debate this week. So he's not even going to qualify. You can't get the poll numbers. Now, here's the dumb part. This is what disqualifies this guy as president. And he's a complete fraud, ought to get out. So I'm tired of these guys. Bergam poured millions of his own dollars into his campaign to boost his candidacy. Fine. I'm happy he's wasting his own money instead of you donors. He did not qualify for the third debate after failing to meet the heightened polling thresholds, and he was unlikely to meet the qualifications for the fourth debate taking place this week in Alabama. But they also have a financial donor amount that you have to reach to make it. And he's rich, right? So look at this. This is the dumbest thing I ever heard of. To qualify for the primary debates, his campaign offered a $20 gift card to people who donated at least $1. He's giving you 20 if you give him $1 to artificially buoy his campaign up. He's throwing away $20. That kind of fiscal irresponsibility and borderline scam tactics disqualify him for the president. This guy's got to get out. He shouldn't be anywhere near office. You were poisoned. You were always wrong. You should have given all your money to Trump. He probably would have won. In fact, if you gave all your money to DeSantis, he probably would have been doing better. But your giant ego wouldn't get out. Got nothing for you, Doug Bergam. Too bad. I'm sure you're a nice guy. You have no place in presidential politics. I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you think will be the vice president? It will not be Nikki Haley. It will not be Ron DeSantis. And it will not be Doug Bergam. I'm Doug in Exile.